Hi, I'm Michael Pickford, and welcome to an introduction to rowing. Today I'm going to be teaching you about some boats and some general techniques about rowing. I hope you enjoy. Rowing is a sport in which an athlete propels a boat forward by the use of oars. It is an Olympic event over 2,000 meters in which the fastest to cover this distance wins. Boats can either have 1, 2, 4 or 8 athletes in them. Some boats may even have an extra person, called the coxswain, to steer the boat. A good rower has good technique, and I'm going to show this on the rowing machine right now. You may have even seen or used a rowing machine at your local gym. This is a rowing machine or an ergometer or an erg. I'm just going to show you a few things that will help you set up when you're going on the erg, and then I'll show you a bit of technique. This is the foot stretcher. This is where you put your feet and you push it off. What you're aiming to do is put your foot in there like that, and you want the strap to come across the base of your middle toe, and you can adjust accordingly with this. This is the tensioner. Obviously you want it down around about 4 to 5 because that's about the tension of water. This is the rowing machine handle. You just hold it like you would normally a sculling grip. So along that line there, put the thumb underneath, keep them pretty much shoulder width apart, or as wide as you can get on the handle. So here you have the erg screen. Obviously the one up the top is the time. This is your average time per 500 meters, so how fast you're actually rowing. This is how fast or how far you've actually rowed. And this last one is what you call your stroke rate, and that's how many strokes you are doing per minute. The rowing stroke has 4 major parts: the catch, the drive, the finish, and the recovery. The catch, shown here, is where the oar is put in the water. Focus should be put on powerful position and a straight back. The second is the drive. This starts with the legs, transitioning to the body, and then finishing with the arms. The next is the finish. This is where the oar comes out of the water. This should be an upright position with 4 arms parallel to the floor. The recovery is the opposite of the drive, with focus on getting the handle over the knees before moving forward. Once you put it all together, it should look like this. So here we have your normal run-of-the-mill boat. Obviously got your seat here. These are called the slides. This here is the foot stretcher, which you can change. And then you've got what we call the rigger, which is actually what holds the oars. Now on each rigger there's a gate, and that's what the oar goes in. This is our run-of-the-mill oar. This one's a sculling oar. It's characterized by an athlete having 2 oars in the boat, and that means they can row a single, a double, or a quad. Now, features of an oar. This is obviously the handle. They'll hold it something like that. That's what you pull on to actually row. Along here we have what we call the button. It pushes up against the gate in the boat, and that's what actually keeps the oar in the boat. Now this is the shaft, obviously very long, until we get to what we call the blade or the spoon. Now this is what actually contacts with the water. It goes in the water like that. It'll push like that. It'll come out, and then it will turn like this, and that's what we call feathering. And then as the athlete comes forward again, they'll square it up again and place it in the water before they push again like that. This one's called a sweep oar. It's characterized by 1 oar per person in a boat. Obviously you need more than 1 person in a boat, otherwise you got row in circles. You need 2 ends to row with these oars, obviously. This one's called a bow side oar because it goes out the left. The other side is on the stroke side, and so that's the right hand side. You can use these in an 8, a 4, or a pair. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you're looking for more information, don't be afraid to contact your local rowing club.